key. All right, let me share my. Oh, this shirt. This shirt is giving the girls a lot. It's giving the girls a lot. What's up, y'all? Let me share my link so that we may discuss the show. I'm live right now. Let's talk about the show tonight. Who's the center of the drama? Lamisha and Irish, or Fallon and Felicia? Child. Make sure I put these hashtags on here. Hey, while you guys are joining, please like the video and share the video so that we can all have an informed discussion. Why it's not popping up? Encore BET. Okay. Okay. Oh, shoot. I just lost Rox's tweet. What did Rox say? Yeah. It definitely was rough. All right. Are these lashes doing what they need to be doing? I feel like yeah. Okay. So I think I want to go live on Instagram as well. I might not be able to go live on here too long because my phone is dying and it's hard to put it up. But anyway, what's up, y'all? It's Cameron. You're watching Cameron Music TV. We about to have a discussion about tonight's episode. It was super stressful. It was very messy. And based on the previews for next week, we might be down to just 4 girls. Okay. I'm trying to figure out, the twins, they keep up all this drama every week, but they not in it by themselves. Okay. Lamisha and Irish, the way these two conspire and come up with things up in their mind and how they're so detached and so just not self-aware just really just blows my mind. Okay, so we're going to get into a discussion. We're going to start from the very beginning. Okay, I didn't do a review last week. I was out of town back in California and I didn't want to do it late like I usually sometimes be doing. I didn't want to do that. But anyway, one of the looming questions from the very beginning is, did Cosign really deserve all of this vitriol, like the way that Fallon and Felicia are coming at him, right? I understand that Fallon and Felicia produced all the songs. Thank you for liking the video. If you're watching, please like the video. It is free to do so. I understand that they feel like, they're the producers. These are their songs. I get it. I understand. What I don't understand is the tone with Cosign. Maybe Cosign is high, or maybe he just is a very monotone person, but I don't feel like the tones match. I feel like they had a lot of rage and didn't introduce it to him to kind of let him know why they're so upset off top, right? So the very beginning of the episode is just a lot of back and forth about who's the producer, how things should be done. It is very much like a peeing contest. And I'm just like, these girls do not have their priorities straight, bro. They do not have their priorities straight. Every time it is a discussion, a conversation, an argument, if you will, about their status, about what they have to offer. And, by the end of the episode, I really wasn't even so much upset at them. I moved on to a different sister duo. But in the beginning, I was just like, is it really all of this, though? Is it really all of this? We're trying to get the product. And we can't get the product because y'all keep dropping members left and right. Y'all can't agree and come together on nothing. I mean, maybe they come from a place where you just duke it out and you get through it, because they seemingly be just fine after fighting it out. So I don't know. Okay, Lamisha's down there. She's working with Cinnamon, and she's actually sounding good. But that's because Cinnamon is kind of helping her along. Helping her do the things that need to be done. Because y'all know Lamisha don't have the vocal. Okay, but what confused me is that in all this confusion, the twins, they go back upstairs because they just so upset. And Cosign is trying to work with Lamisha. He's trying to get things going with Lamisha. And Keely is still down there. And he's like, I just don't understand them. They going off on me. And, they ain't even that hot, basically, right? So Keely go on and carry the bone upstairs. And she goes to let the twins know. And so now this done set Pam off. So I'm like, Pam, you ain't have nothing to say to these twins, but you mad at Keely? Keely just carries the bone. She don't even stew up all the drama. She's not the beginning. So I thought that was weird how she just, you really starting to get under my skin. And I was like, y'all better not get Pam wrapped up. Don't get Pam. Between Pam and Nivea, I'm telling y'all, those are the ones that I was like, when they pop off, it is going to be a sight to see, honey. And just like we saw, Pam was a little tensed up, but okay. So, I'm just feeling like, Pam, you need to say something to the twins, okay? Because the twins, they the ones that started. They the ones going back and forth with Cosign. They are the helm of it, okay? In this moment, they are the helm of it. They don't have their priorities straight. They are stopping the show. They are the ones throwing off the vibe in the studio. Every time they're ready to move on, here they come. They are the ones. So that is who you should have spoke to. You mad at Keely, but Keely is she's just another piece of the puzzle, okay? The twins are the edges, the edge pieces that you put together first. That's who they are, okay? So, So Irish, now let me see, because my notes get a little jumbly. Okay, so Irish and Lamisha are down in the studio. And they are talking to Cosign, really like expressing like how they feel and how it's messed up. And the twins don't bring nothing to the table but long wigs. I don't understand how Lamisha and Irish have so much room to speak on what everybody else is doing, especially these twins who bring the talent. If the twins don't bring nothing else, they bring the talent and they bring the work. So yeah, they talk a lot of smack, they a whole lot of drama, and they got a whole lot going on, but they do the work. Lamisha and Irish don't have the ethic. They don't have the work ethic. They don't have the humility. They just don't have it. So, it's like I was saying a couple weeks ago, like everybody has a place in the group, you know what I'm saying? So they definitely have a place in the group, but to be so vocal about the things that are happening when they don't offer to write no songs. Lamisha had her time, she choked, okay? They don't offer to get in there and help nobody. They are very much involved in the politics of everything, but as far as the whole reason why we're a musical group, the sound, the looks, the choreography, where are you contributing? So when Iris said that, I was like, what is happening here? What is happening here? And I think we got a glimpse of that when Mila was on the show last week, because she kind of looking at them like, y'all keeping up a lot of drama. And I'm saying like, y'all did a good job. Like, what is happening? I didn't do last week's review, but I did watch last week's episode. So that's when these two start going back and forth about the contouring of the face. And I'm just like, what is happening with Irish and Lamisha? I noticed that the makeup and the hair has tightened up. I've noticed that, but I'm kind of confused as to why. Like, why? Maybe they feeling themselves a little bit more now, and that's confusing. Like, why are we feeling ourselves so much? The twins are super messy. I wish I was on StreamYard. I could put your comment up on the screen. Yes, the twins are super messy, but Lamisha and Irish, they have so much to say and don't have any backing. Now, yeah, let me know if y'all agree or disagree, but I really feel like just watching them, get in their corners and talk so much mess about these twins, but then they can't deliver vocally. They can't deliver as far as with the choreography. So I just be confused. Moving on. Okay. So what I feel about the twins, this is an analogy that I use on Twitter. The twins, they complain so much about working so hard and putting their all into the product. And, these are their songs and all of that. I get it. I feel it. But they remind me of like that person that tries to get all the bags from the car and is struggling with 20, 30, 50 bags, struggling to the door, makes it to the door, and then complains that nobody helped them. Okay? There is a difference in being talented and knowing your worth and being like, okay, I'm a hack these songs out, but if you'll take this, if you'll take that, spread it evenly. But instead, it's very much like, I'm the best at this, I do this, so I'm going to take over. But in turn, I'm still going to complain about how hard all of this is and show and tell you guys that y'all don't appreciate me and what I bring to the table. That to me is like, okay, you're in a group of like 50 million girls. Everybody has something that they could bring to the table. So that's how I feel about the twins. I mean, let me know if y'all agree, but I feel like they complain about working really hard when I don't know if it was ever made clear, like, we need y'all to do the bulk of the work. I don't know if that was ever made clear. Okay. I feel like people just allowed them to spearhead because they were more vocal. Okay, so Lamisha asked Fallon if she's okay. They kind of walking around in the kitchen and, kind of chilling in the kitchen after their session. And Lamisha asked Fallon if she's okay. And Fallon just kind of blown her off like, I'm fine, I'm cool, whatever. You know how when somebody just saying like, I'm fine, I'm cool, whatever. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to start nothing. So I'm just fine. And so Lamisha keeps asking her. And I'm like, number one, we already know you don't like the girl because you keep calling them Phineas and Ferb. You all in the confessional saying all this stuff. Like, why are you picking and probing and prodding if you really don't like them? Like, just leave her alone. She keeps asking her. So she's like, well, if there's anything I can do, let me know. Like, if you want to talk to me, I'm here for you. I'm like, this is all, like, you can say a lot about them twins, but them twins are not two-faced. They are not. And I don't appreciate stuff like that. Because then 2 seconds later, Lamisha walk outside with her sister Irish. They smoking the cigarettes, talking all kind of cash mess about I don't know how you wake up just angry every day. I don't know how you just be mad all the time. I'm like, you just 2 seconds ago, you was trying to be there for her. Now you outside talking about her. And I'm just so confused how y'all are vocalists smoking these cigarettes. Every doggone chance you get, you smoking a doggone cigarette. I just don't get it. And y'all are the main vocalists in the house that need the help. Now this comes up later, but we're going to talk about it now. The distinction between saying somebody is the weakest link, there is someone, we have weaker links in our group and we're only as strong as our weakest link, versus saying, Lamisha and Irish, y'all are the weaker people in the group and we need y'all to tighten up so that we can all be on the same level. There is a small thin line because, it was implied. We know who she's talking about. But Fallon or Felicia, I don't know, child, whichever one. They never said the person's name, okay? But the thing about it is those two are already insecure. Okay, because they know they don't bring to the table what the other people bring to the table. So to me, you should enact some humility, some modesty, to then counteract all of that. Okay, if you don't have all that the other girls have, close your mouth and learn and practice, because it has been proved time and time again. It don't even be the best vocalists that pop. Okay, it'd be the hardest workers. And then they develop that over time. Cinnamon could be up in there helping you and training you, just like Lamisha was like, oh, I want more parts. I'm going to be down in that studio. That's the work ethic right there. But the way these girls got these attitudes, and then I'm thinking, they got to be at least 15 years older than them. So to be up in the corner just talking and talking and talking. If you're watching the video, you guys, please like the video. Please, please, please. Over in the corner just talking. I'm like, okay. All right, so Cosign. Hold on, let me back up because I didn't wrote in all caps. Oh, how about when Irish was like, she wanted all of Aubrey's parts? Aubrey's vocal don't match your vocal. So if you wanted all of Aubrey's parts, you needed to have been in the studio, not outside smoking a cigarette. It's just, if the things aren't adding up to me because they have so many problems with these twins. And yes, these twins, they are a lot. But to just act like you bring to the table, or at least even trying to bring to the table what they bring to the table. I mean, delirium. Okay. So Cosign sends flowers to the studio addressed to everyone the next day. I think it has a one bottle of wine in there or something, child, for 8 people. But it was a sentiment, right? The twins come down, they see the flowers, and they like, well, it don't just have our name, so we ain't really worried about it because we are the ones who are owed an apology, not everybody else. And I don't know. Do y'all agree with that? I just think Cosign was like, I just want to start anew. The twins definitely putting a lot on it. Like y'all are not the heads of the group. Yes, y'all are producing records. I just don't know. I think there's a lot of things that have not been made clear. Like usually, okay, on like Making the Band, which this is kind of modeled after, it is very clear who's the choreographer, who's the vocalist, the vocal trainer, right? Who's the creative director. All these things are made clear. But the way that all these women came up in the house together and we were introduced to them together and they didn't know anybody else who was going to be there, you would think that they all are members of the group. So when these twins are talking about they're the producers in the group and Keely's talking about she's the creative director in the group, and then the production don't say nothing, they just kind of let it go however it's going to go, it's just weird. So it's a little unorganized in that sense, Carlos. I'm just confused on that part, okay? But yeah, Cosign sends this card. The twins ain't feeling it. The rest of the girls come in, and Pam's like, well, did y'all read the card? Like the rest of the ladies, besides Keely, are really stuck on, wow, this is a really great sentiment, and we don't know Coast, but we should really start over. And the twins are like, nah, fool. We know him. We don't like how he came at us. He needs to apologize to us directly. To me, the priority is to get the music done. All of this other stuff, it don't even matter, bro. It don't even matter. So drop all that. And I guess that was their way of doing that, just working on the music, but it was still kind of rude. And the ladies would spend a lot of time on these flyers. I don't know. Pam has this powwow in the next room where she's like, everybody deserves a second chance. The Lord gave me a lot of chances, okay, on today. But they kind of come together and they decide that they want to give Coast another chance, right? Because in the card, he actually apologizes. So tell me why in all of this, I didn't forgot Lamisha was the queen. Because what has she done as queen? And it seems like a long time, like at least this will be the second episode where she's still queen because they didn't vote this episode. It was just very explosive. So I'm just like, and then Nivea keeps saying, Aubrey left today. So I'm like, these days is long, honey. I can't. There's no way I would probably be asleep. It's just too much going on around. It's too much. Okay. So Lamisha says that she wants the girls to sit by the fire and let things go that have hindered them from their past. So I knew this was kind of going to be emotional because these women were not successful in their groups. They were not the main person in the group. They weren't the Beyonce, if you will. So of course they all kind of have a story, except for Fallon and Felicia. They kind of was the Beyonce, and Nivea was kind of the Beyonce. But y'all know what I'm saying. The group didn't pop or sustain through all of this, right? And so let me see if I can remember what everybody did. Keely takes out this bucket of chicken. And I was like, Keely, know that's going to get the clicks and the likes But all of this to say, basically, she really did throw the chicken because she was like, I never threw any chicken. This woman called my mom a bee, and that's what I had in my hand. So wouldn't you throw what's in your hands too? So basically, you threw it, right? Basically, you threw. Which I mean, and I'm not saying I'm not with you, but to act like you didn't do it. So she puts that in the fire. Fallon writes a letter to her dad because apparently her dad was managed their group of sisters, right? And he did something wrong, managed the group poorly, caused the groups to go broke. And she writes this letter, kind of lets it go. That's kind of where all her anger comes from. Fallon, and see, I really thought that was Fallon that did that. I think that was Fallon. Yeah, I think that was Fallon because Felicia read it. Yes. Okay, so then Felicia puts in a CD in there to kind of symbolize like this is the way that the record label used to have us tied to a certain image or contracted to certain things that we had to do. So I'm done with that. I'm off that. And I praise God that the recording industry is not like that anymore because I remember when I was trying to sing and it was all about the look and it was all about what you can do for them. And it was thank God we off that, right? So she puts that in there. Why did Lamisha put in some leg warmers? Why did Lamisha put in some leg warmers? First of all, was she letting go? She was letting go this hindrance of her in her dancing, I guess. But who wearing leg warmers in 2020? Because if she was letting go something from her past, like she used to be a really bad dancer or used to get really self-conscious about her dancing, then that kind of would have, then the next scene kind of wouldn't have happened. So I'm just a little confused about that. So I'm gonna need some clarification, bro. She put some leg warmers in the fire. Okay. Pam put in this sign that said lies because apparently she used to be a really bad, slick liar. And now she's off that and, thank God and all of these things. And which, I'm with her. I'm proud of the growth. If Pam don't do nothing else, she gonna remind us of the growth. Okay. But I'm kind of like that. Cause I'd be like, I used to pop off. I couldn't stand school. I used to. So I get it. Nivea puts in I want to say almost like a boutonniere, but like a flower from her mom's funeral. And she was just very, very, very emotional. We're going to talk about Nivea a little later, but she was very, very, very emotional. And Nivea gives me like strong, funny, laughing, like all of these things deflecting with laughter and humor and being strong. And then it just bottles up and she just pops off. Even when it don't make sense to nobody else and everybody feels like, oh, it's calmed down, like we're good to go. She pops off. Y'all, is this sound working? Let me make sure. Because if it's not, I'ma be upset. Yeah, it's working. Oh, my comments aren't working. Because I just saw these. Hold on. See, that's why you just don't ever know. Okay. Okay. Amen 00. I'm just now seeing your comment. I'm sorry. Pretty B. Yeah, I don't know why I can't see your comments on here, but oh, maybe this is it. Maybe this is why. Oh, there we go. Oh no, are you serious? Pretty B, I'm reading your comments. Okay, so yeah, so I think that Total is not from my time; it's more my mom's time. She was playing them, singing them. She was cleaning and stuff. But yeah, I can tell that Pam used to be pretty out there because her transformation is so extreme. Like she just extremely off that she like onto a whole nother thing, right? Y'all done forgot where I was at in my notes. Let me see. Oh my gosh, my husband, y'all. What does Funky don't even say? He done up the thing. Okay, let me put it on. Put the alarm system back on. Okay. So anyway, yeah, Nivea put the thing in from her mom's funeral. Shamari put in an old VHS from like the Black album, behind the scenes, right? Okay, thank you, Ready Rock. And I think that was everybody. But yeah, I just can't get over Lamisha putting them leg warmers in there. Lamisha, no, she ought to be ashamed of herself putting them leg warmers in there. Okay, so Nivea is still kind of stewing, right? She's sitting there, her emotions done got the best of her. She is upset because Aubrey has left that morning. And she not used to no girl groups. She don't hang in girl groups. She ain't been a part of no girl group. So to see like all these highs and lows and arguing and getting cool and cliques and all, it's a little too much for Nivea. Okay, and I feel her because that house is not big enough for all of that. It's cold outside. It's hard to find yourself a corner and just kind of just get yourself centered. So I feel her, but she kind of like, you can see her on the edge, like, I'm really ready to walk away. Like, I'm really over this. I'm really tired of this. Like it could have been a sex tape, girl. The way she was holding it, it didn't have no words on it or nothing. It just was really weird. Yeah, so she's sitting there stewing. Pam comes to talk to her, and I'm surprised Pam let Nivea touch her because y'all know Pam don't like no touching from no women at all. Let's make it clear. Okay, let's make it clear. No, but she comes to comfort her, and Irish is out there, y'all. Irish gets on my nerves. It used to be Lamisha, but I'm realizing it's Irish. She gets on my nerves. Just something about her just gets on my nerves. Yeah, so they're trying to calm her down. Y'all, Irish and Lamisha in this dance studio. Okay, they decide they want to go and work on their choreography. Okay, Shamari goes. Keely, who is the creative director, which I don't know why she's there, but actually can dance. So her being in the studio was just fine with me. They all go to the studio. And I'm like, okay, let me just bring my voice down a little bit. Irish and Lamisha, okay, can't sing and they can't dance. Okay. That would be just fine if they were open to feedback and open to being helped. Okay. It is fine when you can't do something. It's fine. Now, technically it's not fine. Okay. Technically it's not fine because you shouldn't be here on the show. You shouldn't be here in a group because it's way more deserving members of groups and stuff. We could have called Maya. Okay. We could have called the other twins in Cherish, not twins, the other sisters in Cherish. We could have called somebody else. Who's the white girl from Cheetah Girls? We could have called so many other, the girls from Dream. We could have called so many other people. Okay. So I just want to make that clear. So Lamisha and Irish being there, I just need them to understand, like, y'all are not self-aware at all when they are in this dance studio and they trying to hit the boom cat and the boom cat and the 1, 2, 3 and the drop down low. Keely trying to coach them through. She moving the hip, and we give Keely a whole lot of flack, but Keely can dance. And she trying to tell Irish, like, no, it was this way. They don't believe her. She got to show the video. They just eating up time. And between the two of them, they don't want to listen. And I mean, Lamisha looked like she counted all the stuff. And to me, honestly, I don't even want to talk too much about how bad they just can't dance. I don't want to talk too much about that. I think it's the willingness. I think it's them just being closed-minded to hearing anything that Keely got to say just because they can't stand her and being like, you're not gonna tell me, all in the confessional, but they not saying nothing to her in her face. And it just don't look good. It just don't look good. It just don't look good. I mean, it just don't look good. Well, I mean, what did y'all think? Did y'all think Lamisha was serving it up? Because Shamari, she got it. And I don't know if she was just there for moral support, because she goes from each thing. She's the light, like she told her husband. But I'm like, I need all these lights to speak up, okay? Because these women think that everything is cool because the other ladies just sit back. Not Lamisha. Pam just sit back. Nivea just sit back. Shamari just sit back. Pam speaks up when she feels like it didn't boil all the way to the top. But the way Misha and Irish stand off to the side and smoke. Stand off. And they bring nothing. Guess Brianna, they bring nothing to the table, but so vocal. I mean, it's just that part for me. It's that part for me. The cigarettes are a huge part. The ego is a huge part. I mean, if you're going to have the ego, have the backing is all that I'm saying. Okay. So yeah, Keely is fed up because they wasn't listening to nothing that she's saying. They don't have all this time for them to just not be listening. Right. And so Keely's fed up. So she come back to the studio and she going off, and Keely's not quiet. So for me, the thing that I can say I respect about Keely is she will say it to your face. So when Irish is like, say all this to my face. Well, when we were in the studio and I was giving you the notes, you didn't want to listen. You don't want to listen to what was being said. That's why I'm saying, I don't know why, Brianna, because I think that there were, they had the listening party, and I don't know if that was the same day. Like, we just looking at one day, because Nivea said Aubrey left today. So I'm like, these days is long. They're a little too long for me, okay? Ready Rock says, Misha and Irish want so much, but don't work for it. How you want more singing parts, but smoke a pack a day? That's all I'm saying. The math ain't mathing. The math is not mathing. You want more singing parts. Irish talking about she want all of Aubrey's parts. First of all, you're greedy. Gluttony, okay? Second of all, you don't even bring an Aubrey vocal. Oh my gosh. I can't. Okay, so Keely going off in the studio, and Irish, she's standing up at the top of the stairs, and she like eavesdropping. I can't stand an eavesdropper. Walk down up in there, bold. Walk down up in there. And Irish ends up coming down, and she's like, are you talking about me? What you saying about camera 2, camera 3? No, mic 3. She said, what you say about mic 3? I'm like, Keely's like, no, I said camera 3. Because they all in there laughing. They basically saying, when somebody is the weaker one, in the group, the camera's going to be on you, because Black Twitter, we always looking for a moment to gif or meme or trend. Okay, we always looking for that moment. So they not lying. Them twins not lying. But the way that Lamisha and Irish get so offended, to me, it does not make sense, because for you to be so offended, let the work match. It's so much ego. Like, the face is all of a sudden together, the hair is all of a sudden together, and all of a sudden we wearing sunglasses around the house, and we real Hollywood, and we talking to Mila in our group about, they just don't need to be here, because Irish, she was real. It was giving. It was a whole lot, right? And so that's why I'm like, at this point, you should be working hard. I didn't even want to say. I did not want to say her, Ready Rock, but that is so true. That's the one right there. That's the one. Every time they would get her on camera, and they would be like, she's not measuring up. Something's not adding up. She gets the third verse every time. It's never there. It's never there quite vocally. It's never all the way. I don't want to talk about it, because she says she had some things with mental health with that, and I get it. But no, that's the sentiment exactly. So the twins trying to let them know, like, if you're not on it, we're gonna have a problem, right? So Nivea didn't had enough. Okay. She didn't had enough because now the twins, I'm sorry, let me back up some. The twins say we're only as good as our weakest link. Okay. And this is a conversation after the dancing and stuff. And Nivea's like, that's not nice. That's not nice. And it very well probably ain't nice. Okay. But something is happening where Lamisha and Irish are not self-aware. Okay. Something is happening there. Okay. So it ends up being this whole blow up where they going back and forth. They done got puffed up. Irish and Lamisha, they trying to get Nivea trying to get them out the room. And Fallon is like, no, Fallon or Felicia Child, I don't know. She's saying, y'all need to stop before her blood pressure get up. Why do we say that? In this red wig, Lamisha, that red wig wasn't the one. Okay, the red ombre, that was the better one. Okay, but why did she say that? Because now she didn't turn around. Don't talk about my blood pressure. She popping off. Nivea trying to hold her back. Nivea already on edge anyway. Okay, and so I'm watching Nivea the whole episode, and I'm like, Nivea is barely hanging on. She barely hanging on. And now Lamisha didn't say something about the wig, so the twins are laughing because it is comical. At this point, it's comical because I'm like, are we really this angry in this studio? Are we really this angry? Like, the twins bring facts, but they don't have no couth, right? And then Lamisha and Irish are oblivious because they're not self-aware. So it's just not a good match because they're gonna always give you facts and they don't care about how you feel about it. And then Lamisha and Irish, they care too much about how, all the feelings is involved, but they don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the facts. Okay? So when Nivea gets so mad that now she upstairs, she didn't grab her phone. She says, I'm out. She says, I'll see y'all later. That let me know, Nivea is leaving. She is gone. Okay? On one hand, I understand because Nivea ain't used to all this. She ain't used to the groups. She ain't used to, yes, she let it build up. She definitely let it build up. She's not used to the group. She's not used to hanging out with all these girls. I get it. But all them weeks, she just sat there and laughed. She ain't say nothing. She just played the background. She just was like, they just had a whole lot to say in the confessional. Was wanted to get the snacks, wanted to step off, wanted to do this. Probably because she didn't really know how to navigate it any other kind of way. But when she blows up, and I'm talking about she blew up, honey. She blew up. She said, I said I was talking about. I said I was talking. Don't come at me. Then she coming at Keely. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Wait, like, Keely looked scared for real because I'm like, what is happening? What is happening? What is happening? I really think, yes. Yes, Ready Rock. I don't know how she lost her mom, but I definitely think that her mom was heavy on her mind because that was that same night. Aubrey left, and then she thinking like, dang, like, I didn't even know it was an option to leave. Like, I'm ready to leave too because we're not getting no music now. And I done barely sang, right? I really think that she felt that way, but I also think she was like trying to hold on and see it through, like big on loyalty. I don't know if Nivea is a Scorpio, but maybe like she was just trying to, hold on and push it through. But honey, when she blew up, couldn't nobody say nothing. And she didn't even like Aubrey kind of had like some levels. She moved her mattress. She kind of left for a day. Like she kind of was in a corner by herself. Nivea said, I'm out. Nivea was gone. She was gone. And you know what? They better have a reunion. They better have a reunion because I need to know why these women didn't say anything. I really feel like in my heart of hearts, I think that, when you're older, you kind of let the young ones go back and forth and do all that. And you wait for the result and you move with the result. Okay. When it gets out of hand, you kind of be like, okay, now it's my time to stand up and speak and say something. But that's kind of what Pam does. But all these women just kind of just like sat back. Like they just was like, yeah, this is not our fight. But I think every week, because Lamisha and Irish are older too, but they didn't do that. So I guess it ain't work for them. But every single time they get in the studio, it's arguing. Somebody got to say something. Somebody got to pull it because that little queen title ain't working. It ain't working. I think that I think that the house is definitely super toxic. The priorities are all over the place. The egos are all over the place. Emotions are super high. I don't, based on the teaser for next week, who gonna be there? Who gonna be there? Because one of the twins said, Keely, you may very well have to be our 5th member. So did Shamari or Pam leave? Because that means Lamisha Irish left because they a pack. Okay. That means Aubrey Nivea left. We already know that. So does that mean it's gonna be the twins, Keely, and Shamari? The twins, Keely, Shamari. Okay, Pam. So that, am I adding that together right? Yeah, but Pretty Beats, Scorpios blow up like that too. Scorpios are very like hot or cold. So the way that Nivea was just kind of chilling, that's why it gave me Scorpio energy. But if she had Aries, Aries and Scorpios might rock together. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't think that I thought that this was gonna work together. I don't think that I thought that they was gonna make it happen. I knew it was gonna be great TV. What I didn't anticipate was all this drama every doggone episode. Because I think next week's the last episode. I think. Yeah, George, for real. Because, well, I wouldn't be too mad at it. It's just Pam don't really fit in there. It's just weird, bro. It's just weird. Yeah, Nivea left, Sean. Nivea left. She put them suitcases in there, the little papaya bag. Nivea said, I'm gone. I'm gone. So I want to know what y'all think. Who brings about more drama? Do you think it's Lamisha and Irish, or do you think it's them twins? What do y'all think? Lamisha and Irish, or Fallon and Felicia? Who brings about the most drama? Because I got my answer. I want to see y'all answer. Not a Karen, Larry. Oh yeah, Keely gonna join the group because Keely, Pretty B, you think it's Keely? I feel like Keely is one of them ones that she wants people to communicate. They need her. So yeah, she came in like, oh yeah, I'm the creative director. But as soon as like that time she was crying and she's saying she was gonna leave, and them twins was like, oh no, like we need you to stay, like we sorry or whatever. She liked that. That's the type of thing that she likes. Like, show me that you need me. That's what she needs. So let's see. Nivea and Shamari are definitely the heart of the group. Y'all not telling me though. Who y'all think is who's the drama starters? Is it Lamisha and Irish, or is it the twins? Yeah, because Keely be looking right in there. Keely be looking right in the camera, bro. It'd be sending me. She be looking right in the camera. What y'all think? Yeah, Ready Rock said it's them twins. Y'all think it's the twins? Yeah, they definitely opened the door because they had all that smoke for cosign. But you know what? The twins have, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I definitely feel y'all on the twins. And up until this week, I really felt like the twins. But the way Lamisha and Irish get in them corners and just stew and talk so much mess and don't say it in nobody's face. Yeah, they are all Geminis. They are all Geminis. I learned that last week. Yeah, so I definitely agree with y'all. The twins are the ones who started. They definitely are the ones who started. They definitely are the ones who keep it going. They are the drama hands down. But they bring the work. They bring the work. So it's hard for me to say who's worse. Y'all saying the twins. I'm gonna have to rock with y'all, and if I had to vote, I would say the twins as well. But Lamisha and Irish, they've been on to something from the very beginning as well. They've been on to something. Yeah. You think so, Christine? Hold on, let me show this. I don't know what I really think. This is what I truly think. I think Carlos King sat down with the cast, like one-on-one, and he had discussions with each of them that's a little different. Okay, because them twins is real convinced that they are the producers in that house, and somehow they are a step above everybody else. I feel like he had a conversation. I feel like he had a conversation with them. Maybe he didn't have the same conversation with Lamisha and Irish. Maybe he had a conversation with Pam. Because a couple of them, they didn't have some separate conversations, because just hearing the way that Fallon and Felicia was talking to Cosign, and where's Elijah? He just done and off the show now? I'm so confused. Okay, I'm gonna read a little bit more of these comments, then we're gonna hop up off of here. Ready Rock says they are so controlling. Bringing the work doesn't give you license to be rude. It surely does not, honey. Because I can tell you right now, them twins from day one, we wouldn't have rocked together. Ready Rock, we wouldn't have rocked together. Because you're not gonna speak to me like that, no matter what you bring to the table. You gonna recognize my stake in the game. And every week it just seemed like they want to be validated, and we're past that. You were validated when you were brought in this house. So to sit here and act like we got to keep talking about what you bring to the table as if we don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. There's a lot of insecurities going on, and I get it. When you're part of a group that didn't make it, you're an artist that, you didn't sustain. I get the pent up, the bitterness, the willingness, or the eagerness to prove yourself. But you're in a room of like 8 other women who are on the same thing. So this constant thing, every week, it's tiring. It's a lot. It's tiring. Sean says, I don't want Misha to go off because she looked like she go off. Misha said, I could take both of y'all. Okay. So Lamisha said, I may not be able to dance. I may not even be able to sing. I may not even be able to write when they call me. But if you ask me to fight, it's on sight, honey. Okay, y'all can take them lyrics. Okay, y'all can take them lyrics. Lamisha said, I could take the both of y'all. Pretty B says, I would rather be in a group with the twins than Irish and Misha. Really? See? I think because Pretty B, you understand what it takes to be in a group. You understand that them twins is bringing the vocal, they bringing the dance, they bring the production. So at the end of the day, when they get on the stage, they're going to hit it hard and do it right. Lamisha and Irish, they're going to be resting on you to produce the product. As mean and nasty and stank as them twins can be, they not going to get on that stage and look a fool. They not. So basically, he told Keely she was the creative director. That's Trey. I think that's what he did. I bet he was like, okay, well, if you don't want to sing, you be the creative director. It's kind of like, how your parents tell you, you picking on your younger sister, then the younger sister go tell the mom, and the mom says, you're the baby. Tells the one sister one thing, tell the other sister another thing, and now everybody getting along. But they done told y'all 2 different things so that there can be some cohesion. I feel like that's what Carlos King did. Brianna says he told Keely she was creative director. Go watch Candy Live with Keely and Nivea. Oh, okay. So I didn't see. I haven't been watching that. I heard Nivea's thing with Candy was real good. See, but it's stuff like that. Like she shouldn't have came in with them. Keely should have came in with the choreographer and the vocal person, Cinnamon, and the producers. Like Cosign and Fallon are friends in real life. I believe it. It's hard to have the talent if nobody wants to work with you. Robbie, who are you talking about? You talking about the twins, or are you talking about Lamisha and Irish? Yeah, Misha didn't. She did not like that blood pressure comment, honey. She came right on back. I don't know. I feel like the show was only going to be successful with a little mess anyway. But I think when the mess trumps the work, we got a problem. We got a problem. I'm trying to wait and see who Robbie Evans talking about. Who you talking about? I don't know if all y'all are new. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. This is my first time having so many of y'all on the live. Thank you for joining. I try to go live every week after the episode, except for last week when I was in California. We definitely need a reunion, Trey. We need lots of answers. Larry says, good TV, but who wants to work with that? The cosign thing, even the Aubrey thing, but the white woman card she started playing, no. Elijah did that to himself, for sure. For sure. I think the main thing for me is usually a lot of these shows have a person that like walks in and gathers everyone, right? And they're not a part of the mix. So on Making the Band, it was like Diddy, or it would be Lorianne Gibson, or it was like some of them other people that was like on the panel, right? Somebody walks in, gets everyone together. They're trying to do that with this queen thing. That don't work because that person's in the group. Cinnamon don't say nothing. Aaliyah don't say nothing. Cosign can't say nothing. Elijah don't say nothing. And Sita is a person on the television. So there's nobody in there to reel them in and get them focused. That's not gonna make the other girls feel like, who do you think you're talking to? So we definitely need a reunion because I'm trying to see, like, a lot of these confessionals, they be real lit with conversation that ain't nobody saying to anybody to their face. Real lit. And I just want to see. I just want to see it go down. Oh, Robbie, you talking about the twins. The twin. Yeah, the twin. The problem with the twins, what I've been saying on each review is the twins have probably always dealt with being called bossy or people not wanting to work with them. And they've probably been fine because they have each other. So usually if you're one person and you're just super hard to work with, nobody want to work with you, and it's just that all these people can't stand you, you usually straighten up and get in line because it's just you by yourself, right? But when you got a twin, you probably feel validation from all over the place because you always got somebody in your corner. And we see how Fallon puts the battery in Felicia's back every week. Trey says, I feel like Tiny need to go up in here. Tiny definitely, she has the juice to be like, hey, for sure. Christine says, I hope I'm saying your name right. Them twins were there to sing, not produce and write songs. It's like they force the songs as leverage to make the group mates fall in line. Yes, I definitely feel that. I don't know if they forced the songs, but they definitely they definitely was like, so we produce, and anyone else? Okay, no? Okay, we're gonna get started. So they was like, okay, we got these songs already. We got about 20 songs already done. And unless anybody else has anyone done. Okay, you don't? Okay, these are songs we doing. They definitely strong-armed their way up in there. Pretty B says, I do think the twins wake up mad. I think they're passionate. I think they're very, very passionate and very, very sensitive. And a lot of times it's unnecessary. Most of the time it's unnecessary. They didn't let the twins actually write hit songs for Chris Brown and Justin Bieber. But they didn't lie. The twins actually write hit songs. I believe it. But how many times are they going to tell us that, Trey? I'm trying to tell you Carlos King told them to go produce. Wait, you heard that in an interview, Trey? They told the actual producer to turn off his song. Bro, Bro, when she said, "Don't stop the song, don't stop the song, Coast," I was like, "We're so angry, we're so angry." And even the conversation last week with the toxic masculinity and don't tell her that, like the little pet names, yeah, those were making me upset as well. But I just feel like it's misdirected. Like I don't think it's this. I don't think it's all that they given. Like I feel like it's a little off-putting. Brady Rock says they told the actual producer to turn off the song. Oh, yeah, I already read that. Larry says the twins trying to prove something and it's making them look bad. They was a problem even with their own sisters from the show they tried to put out. It never came out. Best clips of it on the internet. Shaking my head. Pretty B, when Fallon tried to compare herself to Missy Elliott, I was done with you. Trey, it's so weird how staged it was because they're actually really good friends with Cosign. Do you think it was staged? Because Fallon and Felicia, she looked really upset. I was like, this girl is mad, honey. She is really mad. And all he did was stop this. She called him I can't even say the word because I know I'm a teacher and I don't be cussing on these videos. But she was calling him names. She was calling him names. Y'all, we've been on here almost an hour. I think next week is the last episode. We better have a reunion because we got questions. Ain't that right, Trey? We got questions. We got questions I need answering. Ready, Rock, we got questions. Thank y'all for tuning in this week to my review. Please subscribe. I also do Love and Hip Hop Atlanta reviews with Courageous. I used to review a whole lot of shows, but it don't be nothing on really. But like the video, comment your thoughts down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, 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 bye.